Mountain West Football on Root Sports is brought to you by your Utah Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by the Wyoming Mining Association, serving the Wyoming mining community for over 50 years. Third quarter about to begin here in Logan, Utah, with Utah State leading Wyoming 21-0. Jalen Claiborne back deep along with Trey Norman in the direction of Claiborne. And the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's connect with Torrey Holt.
Thank you, Tom. Well, I talked to Dave Christensen, the head coach for Wyoming, coming out of the locker room, and he was upset a little bit about their offensive ability to be able to get open downfield. They really wanted to focus on that, get the pass game going. Defensively, he's really excited about how they played today. They just gave up that one big punt return for the touchdown, and then Brett Smith trying to fit it in a tight window through the one interception.
Torrey, thanks. Brett Smith, 8 of 15 with that interception. Smith on the keeper, hauled down from behind. Gain of about 7 yards. Jake Dowdy got to him. Well, what can they do and what do they need to get done early in this drive to start building some confidence offensively, Seth?
Well, he just needs to be decisive with his throws. Don't wait on something better. If you've got somebody open, take a 4-yard completion. That's their mantra. They want to get good yards on first down. And when you do that, your chances increase for putting points on the board.
Good 6-yard gains, second down and 4, but the heat coming on Smith. Pressured from behind, throws it up near the 47-yard line, overshooting his intended receiver, Huron. Third down coming up for Brett Smith.
And I know in my playing days, had I thrown that pass across the field, I'd be standing next to the coach on the next play. But I didn't have the kind of numbers that Brett Smith has. But you cannot make that mistake against his team. Nobody open, your line not blocking, throw the ball away once you're outside, live to fight another down. Fortunate that wasn't picked off.
Claiborne in motion. Smith as a receiver, near a first down. Rufran with the catch. We have not talked much about Dominic Rufran.
Well, they used a little rub route to get him open there underneath. And that's what happens when you got a team that's able to put hands on receivers. It makes it really tough, but you're going to see him, the nice little rub, and watch him come right underneath all that clutter. Good ball and throw, well-designed play.
4-yard gain for the first down. Rufran coming into this game, 71 receptions, a team high, so they would love to get him involved here in the third quarter. Not much doing on that carry by Brandon Miller, 6-foot senior out of Parker, Colorado.
I think Brandon could have used his speed to get to the edge there on that one instead of trying to cut it back so quick. But he's a guy that's another dual threat. He's a receiver, great hands out of the backfield, runs routes as good as some receivers.
It was just his second carry this afternoon. Miller in motion with the reception. Oh, a nice tackle that time by Tay Glover Wright, senior out of Smyrna, Georgia. Really snuffed that play out.
Right, who's getting a lot of time there in 3-wide set here, so he's the guy that's going to be inside. But Huron has got to do a better job, number 6, out front of his guy to help him out. You're entrusting that he's going to block his man when you're catching that football. He's got to do a better job of creating a path for him.
Wyoming 2 for 9 on third down conversions as they face 3rd and 9. 2 receivers to each side for Smith. Heat coming, and he'll go down, sacked. Receiver gets credit for that. Nick Vigil coming in from his linebacker's spot. Had a nice ball game today. Young man that coaches who say is getting better each week out.
And they said they found this is something out. He's such a good athlete that his range, length, speed, all those things timed up, they're bringing him more. Use him as one of their big-time blitzers.
That's not what Wood was hoping for. An excellent field position for the Aggies. Devin Centers fielding that adventure off the foot of Ethan Wood. So Wyoming unable to get anything going again offensively.
And then nobody getting open down the field. If we get a look at that, I mean, it's covered up everywhere. There is not a lane to throw the ball. There's no separation with the routes. Tanner Gentry not able to create space. They're not able to get open down the field.
Garrettson out of the shotgun and a very nice first half. Natson with the catch. First half for Garrettson, 13 of 17, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 102 yards, and a little bit of damage on the ground, 4 carries for 11 yards. No gain on the pass to Natson. Anderson in motion. Well, that ball thrown right into the chest of Sonny Pulatasi, 6'3", 251-pound junior out of Lawton, Oklahoma.
And a guy that can bring pressure, but he knows he's not getting there, so he does what you're supposed to do. If you're not getting home, get your hands up. DiMartino attacking him the block, doesn't attack, doesn't get his hands on him for the chop or cut. You got to get him down on the ground, get those hands down.
3rd and 10. Utah State 2 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. Blitz coming. Garrettson underneath route will be well short of the first down. And that was to JoJo Natson. And the punt team coming on for Utah State.
Going to see Marqueston just close down and speed. I mean, closing speed this young man brought to the play there. Shut it down, so there was no opportunity for a run after the catch.
Jaron Bentrud has been outstanding here today. This is his 5th punt coming up. He's averaged 43.5 per boot. Claiborne. Oh, they're going to down this inside the 5-yard line. So the miserable field position that Wyoming has had for a good portion of this game continues here early in the 3rd quarter. Utah State up 21-0.
And back here in Logan, Utah, 21-0, Utah State leading Wyoming. I'm with the Associate Executive Director of the Poinsettia Bowl, Mark Neville. Thanks for joining us here, and you're coming down to scout some of these teams, and it didn't go the way we planned it, did it? Yesterday, Fresno State losing, so a wrinkle in the plans.
That did change things a little bit. You know, coming into this weekend, we really didn't think Fresno State was in our picture, but now they are. You never know what's going to happen. Utah State's a great team. They're playing well. They could win that championship game up there in Fresno.
Utah State, one of the teams that will be considered. What are you, when you come here to these games and you guys are scouting these teams out, what are you looking for?
It really gives us a chance to hit the ground running. You know, we're doing a little logistical planning. We can do a little marketing, really promote San Diego as a great bowl destination for, in this case, for the Aggies fans.
What goes into deciding which teams will be in there when it comes down to making that final decision?
There's a few criteria, but really first and foremost is the quality of the season. We have a great track record for taking the most deserving team. Of course, we look at the matchup on the other side, and tourism, while it's a distant 3rd criteria, how many fans come to our city is a factor.
Appreciate your time, Mark, and good luck in finding the best matchup for the Poinsettia Bowl.
Hey, it's bowl season. We love it.
All right, beautiful day down here on the sidelines. He has it nice in San Diego, guys.
Good. Tori, thanks. I like that sports coat, too, Sid. That looked good on you.
Looked comfortable.
It did. Yeah, a lot to be determined on the bowl front, not only for the Mountain West, but all of the conferences at the FBS level. After back-to-back runs by Wick, 3rd down and 7 for Smith and the Cowboys. And 4th down coming up. Tanner Gentry, the intended receiver, and again, no rhythm whatsoever to this Wyoming offense, and it's tough when you're trying to battle with field position.
I just want, if anybody at home could show me one wide receiver that's open, he'd probably throw him the ball. I mean, that's big-time pressure up front. He's not able to really set his feet, but it's a design roll anyway, but he's not able to find a guy.
Wood again, end over end. And Natson knows where to go. Nice coverage that time by Mark and Zacha. Number 21, terrific job. His Cowboys need a spark. They're down by 21. Well, if Wyoming doesn't start going big, they're going to go home to Laramie with only 5 victories on the season, and without the bowl eligibility they were hoping to secure here today against Utah State, with the Aggies up 21-0. Joey DiMartino on first down and 10. Flag coming in.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Martino 9 carries, 36 yards, pending the outcome of this decision.
Holding. Offense, number 22. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's the tight end, Keegan Anderson. So the Aggies will back up. Keegan, a 6'3" junior from right here in Logan, Juan Diego High School. You can see him locked in there. Nice tackle by Keegan, though.
It was. He totally rolled him, ripped
that
him.
defensive prowess is kind of carrying over.
It started well, and then he lost control of the block by not moving his feet, so he grabbed the hold and got the penalty.
First down and 20. DiMartino, nowhere to go. Nicely done by the Cowboys. A host of them in on that tackle. Blair Burns with the initial hit, starting cornerback, junior out of Plano, Texas. A rough go of it in the game against Boise State. He was beaten for 3 touchdown passes in that game. Didn't start against Hawaii, but worked his way back into the lineup, starting lineup today. Second down and 20, no gain on the carry by DiMartino. From behind, he coming and sacked is Garrettson by Pulatasi. Sonny Pulatasi with now 4.5 sacks on the season. Bringing the heat from the edge.
And he just beats Wimpy around the edge. Right there, he doesn't get set, uses his hands nicely to get Wimpy's hands off of him. That's a great job getting around the edge, creating a big play for the defense.
So third down and 29.
Third down, 29 yards to go.
And we have an official heading to the end zone to pick up a football. Wyoming defender had picked it up, ran that direction, but the play had been long blown dead. We'll see how aggressive the true freshman Garrettson wants to be. The answer is not much. They hand it off to DiMartino out across the 40-yard line, and Ben Trude will be out to punt again.
You figure, you just got to understand that as much as this kid's done for this program, as many big plays as Brett Smith has made, he's got to have something in there. He's got to break out, get some rhythm, and make this a game, because it's still in reach. There's plenty of time left, 21-0. Your defense is playing well. Short fields and turnovers is what gave Utah State those points.
Goes to an inside of 7 minutes. Claiborne off of his hands, scooped up. Utah with the recovery. As Claiborne muffed it, you cannot advance on that play. And it was picked up by Daniel Ray at the 10-yard line. First and goal for Utah State, and there's your worst case scenario when you're already down, said 21-0.
Absolutely. Move your feet, get up underneath the ball, or get out of the way. You need the possession. You're down 3 possessions already. Now you've given them a chance to put you down 4 possessions. Very bad decision by Jalen Claiborne.
The punt coverage team on the spot for the recovery, led by Ray. Now the Aggies offense looking to build on the 21-0 lead, first down and goal. Natson down to the 6. Brought down there by Bernthaler.
Tim Hayes shot the edge, shot the gap, and forced him to cut back inside so the big guys can get in there and make the play.
So the moral victory here for this Cowboys defense would be to keep the Aggies out of the end zone and force them into a field goal attempt. Wildcat formation, Natson with a football. Looks like he wants to throw it. lobs it into the end zone. Dangerous pass. Left-handed, one-handed grab by Houston, but he was out of the end zone. Interesting decision that time by Natson.
Well, he threw it out of bounds. I mean,
well, he did that.
He threw it out of bounds, and that's a good decision.
I'm not sure that was his intent.
He wasn't going to get any yards.
Now, he wanted 6.
He did. Of course, he's a playmaker. They always want the touchdown. They don't want the throwaway.
You don't want to make the play, though, for the other guys.
No, absolutely not. And Bernthaler made him pay for it.
3rd and goal from the 6. Garrettson in the shotgun. Has a man, has a touchdown. Joe Natson. If you can't throw for one, why don't you catch one?
Do what you're supposed to do and run a route and catch a touchdown. This is a well-designed play. They've been running the sneak route across the field the entire afternoon in crucial situations. Everything's coming from this way. So you get the linebacker to stop his feet right there. And right there, that was a mismatch of epic proportions when you've got Eddie Yarbrough out in space trying to guard JoJo Natson.
2nd touchdown reception this season for Natson. 2nd touchdown throw of the game for Garrettson, who now has 8 on the season. Diaz with the extra point, and with 6 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter, it is all Utah State, 28-0. Matt Wells' club is in control. Buff punt by Claiborne, setting up the touchdown for the Aggies. Welcome back. Merlin Olsen Field at Romney Stadium. Logan, Utah, the campus of Utah State University, and the Aggies well in control, leading 28-0 over Wyoming. Jalen Claiborne, who just muffed a punt, leading to a Utah State touchdown. Back deep to receive. He would love to have a chance to redeem himself, but driven deep into the end zone. He'll take a knee. Ball to come out to the 25-yard line. Time now to bring you our GMC scoring drive, brought to you by GMC. Visit your local GMC dealer to see why incredible thinking is everywhere. 3 plays, 10 yards, 42 seconds off that muffed punt. Natson with his 2nd touchdown of the day. First coming on the punt return. Here's your turnover margin in the Mountain West. And Utah State has had its way today in that department in terms of converting turnovers directly into points, as Wick tries to find some room to operate with, and yards have been tough to come by for this Wyoming offense, both through the air and on the ground.
It looks like they're running their plays regardless. There's no adjustments that have been made to attack this defense. This defense is aggressive. They're disciplined, and they're long. 3 things that if you don't find a way to attack them and get to it early, you're going to have a long afternoon.
Smith on 2nd down. Nice job to stay on his feet. Room for Roofran. He's out across the 50 into Utah State territory as a flag comes in on the play. Ryan Sweet with the tackle.
Ryan Sweet on the tackle. First down, Cowboys.
Cowboys certainly hope this will work in their favor.
There's no foul for blocking below the waist in the play. The result of the play, 1st and 10.
A few times we have seen Wyoming in Utah State territory today.
Yeah, and they tried this dash protection again, and against a team this long, it makes it tough. Roofran does a nice job of being patient, getting outside, and finding the open area.
25-yard gain on the last play. Smith with some room, gets that stiff arm out, and tack on 15 more yards. Everybody who's got a yellow flag throwing one. Evan Larson, a little too aggressive, out of bounds with that hit on Smith.
Yeah, he could have had plenty of chances to let him go. Plenty of chances to let him go as he gets to the edge, but he fights off the block. But right there, he had a chance. I mean, that's a tough one right there, because that's 2 different penalties to me. That's a collar. That's a collar as well as a late hit. I mean, that's a
number 1, 15-yard penalty first down.
Devin may not have appreciated the stiff arm and so decided he'd give a little bit back and gave back too much and gave Wyoming 15 additional yards down to the Aggie 24-yard line.
Well, Brett has a tendency, because he's so competitive, he talks a little bit. He tends to talk a little bit, makes the guys want to give him a little bit extra while he's in there.
So critical for the Cowboys to find the end zone as we're inside of 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and they're down by 28. Smith to Wick. 5-yard pickup on first down for Sean Wick.
You know, and this is the area.
Check it, that was Brandon Miller.
And this is the area of the field where Wyoming is successful, very successful. As you get a look at his touchdown, consecutive games with a touchdown, which is in jeopardy.
There's Miller again, and boy, that is snuffed out. Glover right. Boy, Tay spent a lot of productive time in that Wyoming backfield this afternoon.
He has, and he's made the adjustment to coming inside, playing that nickel back, and he's just taken off with it. I mean, he's an exceptional cover guy, but he's physical, brings pressure in the backfield, and makes big-time tackles. You see him coming off the edge, and he redirects and uses that athleticism to get back out and make the tackle.
Wyoming just 2 of 11 on third down conversions, facing 3rd and 9. Gotta believe they're in 4-down territory here, though. Blitz coming. Smith, and batted away at the last moment. Who else? Glover right. Tremendous defensive play by Tay.
Well, that's a great job of staying with the wheel route. He hooked up, got hip to hip with Huron. They go with the wheel route on the edge. The ball thrown inside, and he's able to find it. That ball's placed outside over the outside edge. You got a chance for a play, but that was a great play by Glover Wright.
And the Cowboys will go for it on 4th down and 9. 3:41 left in the third quarter.
Can you beat this press? Can you get off the coverage?
He had a bunch formation to
Timeout.
his left.
Utah State. This is their first timeout.
Aggies with the timeout. They recognize the importance of this play as well. Well, if you're looking to save money by using electricity wisely, find out how. Little changes add up at togetherwesave.com, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, delivering reliable power, energy-saving tools, and more. That was just a gorgeous shot here in Logan. So many scenic venues in the Mountain West Conference, and you have a terrific weather day like this. It's really quite spectacular.
We were talking about it earlier. Remember last year we had that blizzard weekend in Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah.
We haven't had one of those days this year. You guys have had great weather. We've had great weather all year. It's been phenomenal.
50% success rate on 4th down conversions this season for Wyoming, 4th and 9. 3-man rush, and the heat coming on Smith. Still in trouble, and down he goes. Nick Vigil with the sack, and the ball goes over on downs. What a terrific play by Vigil, but again, let's give some credit to that secondary and the rest of those linebackers. Cowboys are not getting open.
They are not. They're running routes right into coverage. The scheme has been let loose, and once you get outside the edge, as he gets away from Fackrell, but just too much pressure by Vigil. I mean, that's just look at the speed. What's the closing speed? Doesn't buy for any pump fakes and just finishes the play.
Second sack of the day for Nick Vigil, who had 1/2 sack coming into this contest. So his best sack day of his season and career. From the 38, DiMartino. Nowhere to go. Nice tackle right there by Devin Harris, senior from Fountain, Colorado.
Second and 10.
Made a big 4th down tackle in overtime against Hawaii, key in that victory last week.
It's tough to watch these guys because they've played tough this afternoon. Their front four has been physical, made a lot of plays, but turnovers have cost them today.
14 points for Utah State directly off of turnovers. Matson, he made a lot of people miss.
I don't know if he's the human rain delay or if he's trying to run the clock out, but get the ball and get upfield. The more times you make all these moves, you're allowing big guys to get beads and tracks on you. But one move's enough, and just get what you get and get on the ground. You got the lead in this game. No need for a silly turnover.
He would say to you, did you forget my punt return?
Yes, that was in the first half. That was a long time ago.
3rd down and 6 for Garrettson. Has a man. Van Leeuwen, first down and much more. Brought down at the 36-yard line, and a flag coming in.
It's going to be a clip on a silly, silly block, a block that did not need to be made. I think they're going to hit Shannon Johnson.
6th catch today for Travis Van Leeuwen.
But he'll still be a first down. They'll get it from the spot. Block was unnecessary.
The result of the play is a first down. During the run by the receiver, illegal block in the back, number 18. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, 1st and 10.
Sorry about that feedback. Ronald Butler with the infraction. So impacting the very nice gain on that play. Garrettson to Van Leeuwen.
Another clear route, but a tough catch, and Van Leeuwen sticks the hands out. But right there, you see the clip, and it was Ronald Butler.
Garrettson going deep for Van Leeuwen. Ball batted away. Interference call going against Wyoming.
I'm an offensive guy, but that is not a good call right there. You saw Van Leeuwen push off. Van Leeuwen pushed off first.
Defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Going against Blair Burns, number 20.
It's a stutter and go right there. Takes off. Burns recovers, but watch the right arm right there. The push off there. That's not a good call. That's hand fighting.
I would agree with you. That's a non-call. 15-yard pickup on the penalty for the Aggies. Inside of 2 minutes now, left in the 3rd quarter. Already up 28-0 and threatening again. Look right into the eyes of Darryl Garrettson, who's decided it's best to kind of talk things over.
Play clock was at 2 when he called timeout.
Good look at Matt Wells. Enjoyed our conversation with him yesterday, and his coordinators, Kevin McGivern, and also Todd Orlando. Pretty impressive numbers for this true freshman, Darryl Garrettson.
Not very gaudy, but he's getting it done outside the pocket. He's not turned the ball over. Did have the one interception, but it was off a drop pass. But just making the plays he needs to make, and this is going to get better. And to say that is crazy, because they're playing really well for him right now.
Well, that's when you have the defense that you have. The worst thing you can do is, as a quarterback, whether you're a true freshman or an experienced senior, is force things you don't need to force. Lean on these guys, meaning the defense, they want you to.
Absolutely. Don't take unnecessary risks. But a guy like my mentality, I would be trying to throw it all over the yard. Oh, they'll get it back for me.
18-23, 1 interception, 2 touchdown passes today for Garrettson, who this time keeps it on the ground. Decent pickup on first down.
And that's just keeping him honest, and the good job of reading the zone read aspect of the handoff there. He sticks it in the belly of DiMartino, pulls it at the last second. Again, captures the edge and picks up 3.5 yards.
And you know, it's interesting, assuming a full recovery by Chucky Keaton, the young man you're looking at right there on your screen, maybe redshirting next season. Matson in motion. Garrettson, wide open. Anderson. Oh, he took a hit, and he is getting flagged for targeting. Now this is going to be reviewed.
The review part will come after to
Yes.
see if he stays in the ball game
Yes.
or not. But again, that's not targeting. Tough call right there.
They'll talk it over, and the targeting was my assumption. We'll see if that's the call.
There's no foul for targeting on the play.
That's the right call. That's the right call.
That is a crew working well together.
Absolutely. Throw sails a little bit on Garrison, and he's actually trying to go up and get the ball. You see his hands. He's just trying to jump and get the football. He never touched him. I mean, he ran by his body, wasn't trying to hit him.
Yeah.
That's the right call.
If anything caught Anderson, it was the right shoulder. And you can see from the angle why one official may have seen it that way. That's why you come together and discuss it.
It's a great job by the crew.
3rd down and 7. 3 receivers to the left for Garrettson. He goes to the right, has a first down. Nice catch by Ronald Butler.
See, when he gets a little bit older, talking to Gerald Garrettson here, when you're running that square out route, the ball needs to be out of your hand without waiting. So the receiver can turn and it'll be there. But a great job of footwork by Butler on the sideline.
11-yard pickup, fresh set of downs. Aggies in the red zone. And off to DiMartino. Oh, getting around the corner, well done by Joey and forced out at the 5-yard line. Gain of 12 before Marquestin Huff and Blair Burns forced out Joey DiMartino.
Everything's going to start inside. You see the kick. Martino having the ball in his left arm is able him to continue to stiff arm and pick up a few extra yards.
Guy that really took advantage of the last offseason. Said reshaping his body, rededicating himself as a player. Garrettson,
great
smart
decision.
play there.
Great decision.
Part of that maturation process of a young quarterback.
You know, I
have some more downs coming my way. I don't need it on this one.
Absolutely. It's first down in the red zone. You always want those touchdowns, but man, if you can just be patient, the right things will come at the right times.
2nd down and goal coming up. You played the position. How difficult is it for a true freshman to step in the way he has this season?
I had no idea when I got in my redshirt freshman year, much less to come in right out of high school. This kid has been prepared very well.
Fade route into the end zone. Waiting for the official. Touchdown.
Wow.
Utah State. Brandon Swindle coming down with a football on the jump ball.
Well, 6'4", 198 pounds. You give him a shot to go up, and the freshman puts it out there, gives him a chance.
5th touchdown catch for Swindle. 3rd touchdown throw of the game for Garrettson.
See the quick punch out, and he gets it up, puts a lot of air on it. And that's just outworking your guy for the ball. Tim Hayes didn't have a chance on that other end.
Diaz on for the extra point. $35-0 Utah State with 25 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, and they have all but put this game away and punched their ticket to the inaugural Mountain West Conference championship game, and a matchup with Fresno State as you take a look at our GMC scoring drive. 9 plays, 62 yards, 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and Utah State 4 for 4 in the red zone today. They were scoring at an 86% clip in the red zone coming into this contest. But today it's all been touchdowns.
It's been incredible to watch this team play together. This is one of the most unified teams I've seen all season. They play for each other. I mean, talk back about the injuries that they've incurred this season. Losing Chucky Keaton right there. I mean, these guys love each other and they play for each other, and it shows on the field with their effort.
Chucky Keaton, running back Joe Hill, offensive guard Kyle Wimpy, tight end DJ Tialavea, Travis Reynolds, wide receiver. 5 starters, high caliber players, all lost to injury during the course of this season, and they regroup around a true freshman quarterback. As speaking of a quarterback, he used to play the position right here. Matt Wells in his first year as head coach. There's the job opening up. Gary Anderson making his way to Wisconsin, and Matt promoted from the offensive coordinator spot. Here's quarterback from 93 to 96, 11 career touchdowns. His freshman might take care of his career touchdown mark in his freshman season. He's up to 9 already with the 3 thrown today.
Well, he's doing such a nice job with the young fella.
Smith out to Rufran. Short gain on first down. Brett Smith, 12 of 22. 1 interception. 82 yards today. Leading rusher for Wyoming is Sean Wick.
You know,
11 carries, 38 yards. I mean,
think about the guy we haven't heard from, Tanner Gentry. He's 39 receptions on the year. Haven't heard from him.
That'll do it for the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up with the Aggies just cruising here in Logan, up 35-0.